The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Commander Kai, of the Fort Decimus. 20 vessels. There has been an unprovoked assault on our colony by Tal agents. They've attacked our morning probe. We're suffering heavy losses. Please, we need your assistance.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. It won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Decimus is nearby and it needs our help. They're losing structural integrity.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold. How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virinat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan. Near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me. Why are the Tal Shiar doing this?
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want? Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive. Follow me. We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after? There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing. Evacuate? We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously, something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
Varel, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the Council.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Press the U key to view your status, or the...
Watch where you're shooting! We need those shuttles!
We're gonna need a new plan.
Slamek! You're alive!
Varel, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends. Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Slamek, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Sedent's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
Slamek! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
Where are those things coming from?
told you it probably wouldn't work.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
What kind of ship is that?
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Virinat.
And now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Able to repair the primary transmitter. I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slavic. I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety. Understood. Please take Veril with you. I'll take Slamak with me to help scan for survivors.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamak can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Will rebuild.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Seden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. It's my daughter see.
I'm making myself weak. Particularly for us practically. We're keeping an eye on the power level to make sure we don't blow apart at the top. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shield.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slama killed. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous. Once we're all safe, we can transfer back to the shuttle.
Armaments. They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variations. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapon flow.
Sending proton burst.
Help! Need coordinates!
Try to stay behind the enemy ship. It has a deadly frontal assault weapon.
Not exactly easy. He keeps jumping around.
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone! Everyone! Even my...
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses. We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Hobus and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep the ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obasek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Jolantru. Greetings. I have new orders for...
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting. All this debris has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died. I've marked the most complete wrecks with nav beacons. They're mostly transports and freighters, which will be our best bet to find any weapons caches being stored or moved in the system. If this story Charva's telling isn't a complete Tal Shiar fabrication, that is. Let's prove her wrong. We didn't find anything unusual on these ships, and I knew we wouldn't. I want to believe her, but she's not the person I knew. She's Tal Shiar. Still, I am picking up some strange energy readings from the surface of the planet. Perhaps we should continue our search there.
You're one of them, aren't you? We've been looking all over this place for evidence of your terrorist plots, and here you are, showing up to dispose of the evidence we're here to find. I'm placing you under arrest. Resist, and I'll have to use force. I hope you resist.
This was such a peaceful place once, and so beautiful. They'll pay for what they have done to our colony. I remember that painting. We should take it with us, as a reminder of home. Devex's old helmet. Reminds me of better times.
So, you're the terrorist. I allied with the Klingon Empire because they promised me the opportunity to find people like you. People willing to hurt innocent civilians and remove you from the Romulan race. You're no better than the Tal Shiar. It's people like me who will restore honor to our people. Of course you are. My teams didn't find the weapons that were here, but this colony has been empty for weeks. You had ample time to hide them, or move them to another location off-world. But there's no evidence that they weren't here. And in the absence of evidence, I go with my instincts. They tell me that people like you hid weapons here, and those weapons got people killed. Innocents, civilians, people who should have been living in peace. This ends now. You won't get a chance to hurt anyone else. Enough, I yield. Do with me what you will. What? Surprising words coming from a terrorist. That makes a surprising amount of sense. A contact that I thought I could trust told me there was evidence of terrorism and weapons manufacturing here. I'm guessing you were told the same thing. Neither of us found anything, except one another. We were sent here to die. I agree. Whoever set up this little charade is probably lying in wait to eliminate the survivor of our battle. Won't they be surprised when we join forces? I'll return to my ship immediately. Join me in orbit, and we can finish this.
Enemy ship on sensors.
How disappointing to see you alive. I am Commander Talum of the IRW Ishay, and you seem to have a talent for sniffing out Tal Shiar. I thought sending another Romulan Republic terrorist to take you out would take care of two problems at once. I was mistaken. Perhaps this is for the best. Now I can take both your bodies back to Colonel Hakeem. I'm sure he will reward me for finally eliminating you.
I don't enjoy being played for a fool. I'm here to back you up. Let's show this Tal Shah scum what real Romulans are made of.
Warning. Ship is under
impressed by your martial prowess. You would have made an excellent warrior. I wish you had chosen to work with the Klingon Defense Force instead of Starfleet. Regardless, I am glad we can both serve the greater good of the Romulan Republic.
I picked up a transmission from an attack group in this direction. It sounded like you must have uncovered something significant enough to warrant an armed response. What did you find? That can't be! Are you suggesting I had something to do with it? Why would I? I have nothing to gain. I want you to join us. All of our intelligence reports said there would be weapons, or at least residual traces of weapon stores here. I swear it. Someone must have gotten to it before you and moved it. Covered it up somehow. Did you tell anyone you were coming here? I know my information didn't turn out like we expected this time, but is Tovan still looking for his sister? I might be able to locate Rinna. If the Tal Shiar has any information on her whereabouts, I'll pass it on to you. That should show you I can be trusted. I just need to make my report before anyone gets suspicious. After that, I'll be in touch.
Excellent work. I'm not surprised that you did not find any weapons on Virinot. While the Romulan Republic has contacts with most of the colony worlds, we're not using them to fight a war. We're encouraging them to see the truth and join our cause. Nonetheless, you must continue to humor Charva to have any chance of winning her to our side. I doubt this will be the last you hear from her. Keep me apprised of developments.
Time is short. Congratulations. You need
You have unlocked a new trade slot. Click here to view your trades.
We've arrived at the Helix, but we're not the only ship here. A Tal Shiar warbird is approaching from the direction of the primary structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders? Ship on main viewer. It's a Tavaro light warbird. Designation IRW Shardar. They could be Tal Shiar.
To the person in command, be advised, You are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You don't want that kind of trouble. The Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Warning, ship is under attack.
We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people. The Helix originally had hundreds of connected cell ships that could support up to 3,000 people. It and other similar stations were constructed after the destruction of our homeworld. This Helix was abandoned decades ago for unknown reasons. My people are nomadic, and so we've returned to salvage what we can. So far, we've survived by trading scrap from the station for supplies. We plead for mercy. Then why are you here? We don't have much to trade, and we don't want any trouble. There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How are we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go. Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
For the Empire!
One more to go. As soon as Delta is connected, we can negotiate a transfer. Shi'ar ships are entering the area.
You'll die for your crimes, rebel.
Now that the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
Kayan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shi'ar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives. We've heard of Datan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shi'ar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here. I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shi'ar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Datan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels. I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shi'ar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do. Rina Kev. No, I don't know anyone by that name.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. A Tal Shi'ar battleship, the IRW Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're asking for you by name. Remember, they're not here to be friends.
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shi'ar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences. Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
Thank you for taking the refugees. Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shi'ar and tell them that you have taken the refugees. We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Datan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shi'ar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Cayenne closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Tamer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
We'll give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own. Greetings. I have new orders for you. We'll give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe. Greetings. I have new orders.
We've entered the Gasco system. According to our intelligence data, the Empire built this station in the late 23rd century, but abandoned it later when the region was no longer strategically important. Word is some refugees are living in the station now. You know the drill, right? Go to the station, preach the good news, get them on our side. Easy.
Getting docking codes now. They've opened a channel.
You are cleared for docking.
Welcome to Gasco Station. Our commander has assigned Tobal to escort you while you're here. Please speak to him when you're ready to leave the transporter room.
Good to have you here. We heard about you from the people who lived at the old Suliban Helix. The station commander has requested that I escort you to his office. Are you ready to go? I don't see anything wrong with that. But you should know, however, that the colonists here are happy with the way things are. You'll have a hard time trying to convince them of your cause. But you're welcome to try. Rennick Hev? No, there's no one by that name on this station.
Do whatever you want with the Tal Shiar. Just leave us out of it.
Why fight the Tal Shiar? Just stay out of their way and you'll be fine.
The Ton? I've heard about him on the news. If you ask me, he sounds like trouble. We don't want the Tal Shiar to attack here like they did at Craterus.
You're with the Ton? Look, I don't want any trouble. I can't talk to you.
Are you crazy? The Tal Shiar would wipe us out in an instant if we fought them. You can't fight the Tal Shiar. That's crazy talk. We don't want any trouble. Please, just leave us be.
Look, I'm a doctor. I'm not interested in this war.
The
Especially
colonists
if
here
it
aren't
means
eager
more
to fight the
people in
Tal
sick
Shiar.
bay.
Well, why would they be? You might have better luck talking with the commander of this station, though. He has more backbone than most of the people around here. We'll go through engineering. That's the quickest way to the administration area.
You're going down to the administration level, right? I think my brother's being held down there. His name is Hiven. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He talked back to one of the new guards yesterday, then he was thrown in the prison. You have to help him, please.
His brother was making insane accusations and causing trouble. He kept saying that one of the guards was with the Tal Shiar. That guard's entire family was killed by the Tal Shiar. He didn't appreciate it, and a fight broke out. Both the guard and this man's brother are in the brig. If you'd like, you can visit them after you're done talking to the commander. The commander's office is just ahead.
Welcome. It's good to meet you. I've heard so much about Titan's fleet and their fight against the Tal Shiar. I know you're here to offer us a chance to help, but perhaps there's a counter-offer you'd be willing to hear.
So good to see you again, my friend. It's time for us to talk. Surprised? You've been one step ahead of the Tal Shiar, but now your time has run out. Gasco Station belongs to us. Soon the Helix will be ours as well. Your little rebellion is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed your tour of the station. You and your friends are going to be here for a very long time.
Don't resist. Make this easier on all of us. You and your crew will spend some time in our brig. But if you do as you're told, you could be released. Maybe even work with the Tal Shiar. There's no reason for there to be any more violence today. The Tal Shiar just want to help us. If you choose to defy us, I will be forced to order my men to fire. As much as I would like to believe you, what hope does Titan have? You and your group have no government, no real laws, no place to live. The Tal Shiar can give me and my people all of that and more. I'll ask you one last time. Stand down, and no one will get hurt.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield moving out.
We should free any prisoners, and then get out of here.
Warning. Intruders present in Gasco Station. All personnel, please seek shelter.
You're with Datan's group. I heard about you. My name is Heaven. I'm the only one left who will stand up for what's right. And look where it got me. The Tal Shiar took over the station a few days ago. I think it was right after you guys helped those people in the old Suliban Helix. A few of us resisted and got thrown in prison. I'm the only one left alive. You have to get me and my brother out of here.
We've got a problem. Someone in the station activated a magnetic shield. It's blocking all of our attempts to use the ship's transporters. We had civilians who were trying to get to the ship, but now they're stuck too. We need to get to that transporter room, shut down the shield, and save any civilians that need our help.
If we want some more firepower, we can grab some equipment the Tal Shiar were using. Brother! I won't let them get away with this! A more guy? We're gonna blow that thing apart, right?
Enemy target.
That was for my brother.
We need to get everyone back to the ship. There are enemy vessels inbound, and the ship is trapped in a tractor beam. Rescuing these colonists won't mean a thing if our ship is blown to pieces.
So you've escaped. How interesting. You really do intend to take this as far as you can, don't you? No matter. You cannot run from the rest of the Tal Shiar forces in the Gasco system. My only regret is that I won't be there to deal with you myself.
Getting out of here may be tougher than I thought with the tractor. Never been so happy.
Titan's rebellion is doomed.
Do you think you can actually win? That'll show those Tal Shiar what happens when they cross us. If I see that Hakeev again, I'll make sure he loses more than an eye. I can't thank you enough for the help back there. I don't have much left now that Leios is gone. I'm good with a weapon, and I know my way around the ship. I'd be honored to stay aboard and help you fight the Tal Shiar.
We had to expect this eventually. The Tal Shiar are actively moving to stop us from gaining more followers, and even Hakiv is involved. The bad news is that we lost Gasco Station. The good news is that the Tal Shiar is taking our movement seriously. That means we're gaining momentum. I'm going to talk to Tatan. I think it's time to take real steps toward freedom. Greetings. I have new orders.
Greetings. I have a new mission for you on behalf of the Republic. We have traced the Uridian freighter you rescued back to the Chaltok system. Years ago, the Chaltok system held a Romulan research facility studying polaric energy. It was nearly destroyed in a polaric energy explosion. Since then, a colony of Uridians has settled on the planet. Recently, it has become a hotbed of strife. This isn't the first incident we've had with the colony, and we suspect weapons smuggling is occurring. We have heard rumors of one weapons dealer in particular on Chaltok, a Reman. We'd like to make sure that none of the weapons there are going to be turned against New Romulus. We need you to travel to the Chaltok system and investigate these allegations.
Time is short. What do you need of me?
Finally, some proper sport. These scavengers have hardly been worth our time. But a ship like yours, that is a fine prize. Power up your weapons and engines. Make this a proper hunt. I'd rather not have to tolerate the endless yammering of your Federation allies. Why would we need the worthless weapons of our cowardly prey? Your Federation masters have sent you on a fool's errand. Listen to the prey prattle on about peace. How like your Federation masters you have become. You will find the peace you seek in death. Let the hunt begin.
Ah, another refugee of Romulus. Welcome. I am the leader of this small band. You may call me Lortrix. I assume you were behind destroying those Erogen ships around the planet. We're all very thankful for that. The Erogen have been bothering us for quite some time. I would hate to think what would have happened if you didn't arrive when you did. We mainly supply merchant ships with various minerals, and we have a small ore refining operation. It's not much, but it keeps us alive. The Erogen have been harassing us for quite some time, unfortunately. They want to use our facility to manufacture weapons. You and I both know what will come of that. And no one here wants to get involved in someone else's war. You understand, don't you? That is a relief. Look, why don't I show you around our colony, just to relieve any lingering doubts? I would love to establish a better relationship with you and the Romulan Republic. I hoped our location would allow us to remain neutral, but it doesn't seem like that is possible anymore, does it? Talking to my chief engineer would be a good place for you to start. Talking to my chief engineer would be a good place for you to start.
Hello. I'm the chief engineer around here. This colony is barely holding together. At night I can hear the creaks and sparks of instruments as they crack in the cold. We need supplies. Good quality Federation supplies. Our replicator is barely working, and the heat systems are spotty at best. All of our energy goes toward keeping our mining equipment up to date. Still, I would much rather be here than out there in the war. And I do hope you're here to ensure it stays that way.
It's okay. You don't have to keep asking. I appreciate your help on Gasco and the Suliban Helix, but Rinna is gone. I need to accept that and move on. How far have we gone only to find no sign of her? It'd be better if I just learned to live with the loss, instead of chasing a foolish dream. Let's keep moving.
What do you want? I'm not bothering anyone, I swear. I'm sorry. Look, they told me to send a message when you were done scanning the cargo. I don't know anything. I don't know why they told me that. All I know is that I see people using the consoles nearby. That's it.
Unlock failed.
have them trapped in the warehouse.
Excellent. Activate the transport inhibitors to stop them from beaming out.
Very well. Do you have any further orders?
Just stay out of our way while we subdue the prey.
You're good. Very good. But do you think... You're good. Very good. But do you think this will change anything? I spit on you and the Republic. Traitors! To your own people! To die like this! You terrorists! You care nothing for the common people. The Tal Shiar, they protect us, make us stronger. You either choose a side, or you die. Surrounded by the dogs of war. Supported by no one. Even in death, I stand by my choice. Leave me to die.
assist you with anything you need.
I've got to say, you Romulans sure know how to throw a party. I haven't felt a rush like that in quite some time. Finish up anything here and warp out. I'll check back with command. And don't take too long or I might take some of the credit for myself.
When you tripped our monitoring program, the Star Empire sent me to investigate. Our intel said you were part of the terrorist cell on Verity, but your actions here suggest otherwise. I'm here to make you an offer. Renounce your terrorist allies and come with me and fight for the glory of the Romulan Star Empire. I am authorized to grant you amnesty for your past crimes if you agree to serve the Empire again. If you agree, we would like you to remain within Titan's terrorist cell for the time being. He trusts you. The intel you could gather would be very valuable. The Empire rewards its loyal children well, but it also punishes its enemies. Consider your decision carefully.
Charva. You can't trust her. I know her too well for that. We grew up together. I was her friend. But that's all over. It ended the day she joined the Tal Shiar.
Tovan Kev is with you. I should have known. You're one of us, a child of a lost world. The Tal Shiar keeps a close eye on this colony. When you started poking around in the weapons facility on Chaltok, you tripped one of our security programs. You saw what happened to Lortrix. He sacrificed his heritage, his life, for what? To take orders from the Hirogen? I can't begin to fathom that, throwing away everything in exchange for something so small. I'm here to make sure you do not do the same. You don't understand yet, but you will. The Romulan Republic is a terrorist organization. Titan and his followers are inciting Romulans and Remans to take up arms against the legitimate government of the Romulan Star Empire. Think about it. The military and the Tal Shiar are the only means of guaranteeing security for those of us who survived the destruction. The military has the ships and the manpower. The Tal Shiar has the information and the intelligence network. This new homeworld Datan wants is an illusion. Why start over in contested space near the Federation and the Klingon Empire? Why would Datan choose a system in such a turbulent and dangerous area, unless he knew he could guarantee they wouldn't risk attacking him? He certainly isn't going to do that with pretty words. Datan may have you fooled, but don't just take my word for it. See for yourself. Why do you think that Chaltok is shipping weapons? And they're not the only colony world involved in those kinds of operations. You think that this sort of business wasn't going on elsewhere? Perhaps even on Veranot, right under your nose. Datan's only showing you what he wants you to see. I can show you the things that the Republic is trying to hide. Believe me, or don't. You don't have to trust me. Just trust the evidence. When you are ready to learn more, I'll be ready to show you.
There's a lot I have to say about Charva. As you may have guessed, we used to be quite close. There's a lot of history between us, but all that's really important is that we went separate ways. She thought that the Tal Shiar could ensure security for our people, and I didn't. It's just bringing up a lot of old feelings. As I mentioned, we have a turbulent past. We grew up together. Once, I thought we might have a future together. Those were in the dark years after the destruction of the homeworld. We survived, but it tore us apart. I just wanted to make a new start. She was convinced that nowhere was safe. She kept talking about working with the military or the Tal Shiar. I argued that the only way we'd be safe was to be able to stand up for ourselves. There's a lot I have to say about Charva. I don't believe Datan is a terrorist. I think he's an idealist who's trying to come to terms with the chaos. Datan would never knowingly sanction violence, especially against innocents. He doesn't even like us fighting the Tal Shiar, although he sees the need. But Datan isn't the only person making decisions in the Republic. Maybe there are some people who see the Republic as their chance to have a little revenge. I don't know. I think Charva is wrong about Datan and the Republic, but that doesn't mean it's outside the bounds of possibility that someone has taken things too far, or has a secret program that Datan doesn't know about. If she knows something that we don't, we should try to find out what it is. There's a lot I have to say about Charva. Well, Charva's not a bad person. At least she wasn't. But she is misguided. She's turned a blind eye to the excesses of the Tal Shiar, and she probably doesn't even know about most of them. The Tal Shiar are masters of propaganda, after all. I think that anything she tells us is going to be something that the Tal Shiar wants us to hear. We should gather our own evidence and draw our own conclusions. There's a lot I have to say.
Your findings are distressing. I'll pass this along to Republic Command. As for Charva, I think the best course of action right now is to wait for her next move. If she's really desperate to make her case, she'll contact you again. If she does, keep me informed. Nadell out.
Time is short. Congratulations. What do you need inventory?
Counseling staff is hosting an